Hello, everybody.
Hello.
uh, Welcome to our first official Q&A, come to you live on our YouTube channel. I'm your host, Sanso, and I am a community manager and a game master in-game. And with me, I have our lead game master, Rain. Say something, Rain.
Hello. How's everybody today?
Yes, chat, we can see you saying hello. Hello.
Hello. I think I've chatted with a lot of these people in-game. I recognize a lot of these names. They're in the works. Don't worry, Griefed. They're in the works, buddy.
All right, we're going to be talking about what's going to be going through this Q&A, what's going to be talked about, and what's the plan. So we're going to be answering the questions first that people asked throughout the week, from the social media to private messages on Discord to me and on the forums. We're going to be talking about the key points that the team wants you guys to know about, and we're going to be taking questions from the chat towards the end, so wait for the portion of the stream for that. Don't start now. So we're going to transition over to the screen.
Ooh, I'm loving the questions in chat already. They're going to be great.
Yeah. So we're going to start the questions off throughout the week. So the first question is, what will you do to maintain the current population and gain new players?
So I guess I would say that, I mean, we still, obviously, we all know about another server that's just launched this week, and good luck to them, of course. I think it's a great thing that there's other private servers out there, and, you know, people are able to play the game. We currently aren't seeing a change in our population, to be honest with you, which is a great thing, because it means we've got a lot of loyal players. So we're still sitting, peaking around 4,000 people. In terms of what we do, for maintaining that is we're active on social media. We do all these unique events, just like this Easter event we're doing this weekend. You know, we do as much as we can to connect with the community through these Q&As, and you know, I visit a lot of the raids as best as I can to help them out with stuff, and you know, having that strong GM team to keep people around, I think, is the most important thing, or one of the most important things. And you know, we're always trying to bring a high quality content to you guys, such as, you know, having stable servers. I know it's been a little rough this weekend because of the Easter event, but typically, you know, we have really stable servers, and then obviously, you know, Sanzo, you guys and your CM team are also doing a lot of unique videos and content for the community. So
yeah,
that's helping out.
To that, you know, we got a lot of content coming out for the YouTube. The YouTube's going to be getting a lot of changes. We're going to be uploading a lot more videos, not only just trailers like have we done in the past, but, you know, new projects. You know, we've been talking about different things like maybe official guides, you know, because if you look at other vanilla servers, like guides and stuff, like they're not really good at quality, you know, the English is not the best, or it's just not made well in particular. And, you know, we want to be able to help new users and ones that currently play, but maybe want to see how other people do things as well. Maybe, and we're going to get more highlights coming out. So people who stream onto our servers and stuff, we're going to be taking clips and all that good stuff. Maybe take some from in-game themselves of some highlights, like in PvP, raids, raid kills, all the good stuff, and posting them on the YouTube. So that is something to look forward to, for sure.
All right, what's up next?
All right, so our next question is, how is the Elysium staff handling goat seller spam, and what do we get on the daily?
Oh gosh, yeah. Obviously, gold seller spam is the bane of everyone's time on all these private servers. They're everywhere, and there's some great add-ons out there for you to help to help you out with not getting spammed by it, like spam throttle and stuff like that. But we have an active anti-spam system. It's gone through a lot of different evolutions over the past 6 months of being live on Nighthaven. So we get a ridiculous amount of tickets for gold sellers on a regular basis each day. One of the biggest things I think I want people to understand is that with the gold sellers, we have a free account system, right? So say we ban 100 gold sellers today, all of a sudden 200 pop up tomorrow, and it's just a constant process of the GM team constantly having to ban these people. So a lot of the time, it's a lot easier for us to instead of ban them, just to mute them. So sometimes you'll see a gold seller as you'll report one, and then we'll say thanks for the report. We'll mute them, so they can't send any more messages. And then you're wondering why they're not banned. So just so everyone knows, it's a lot easier for us to not ban them because they're typically bots and they don't realize that they're still spam, or that their messages aren't going through. So all those people who always freak out on me saying, hey, I reported the spammer. Why isn't he banned? We dealt with him, so don't worry about that. But we're constantly developing our anti-spam. We got some really great devs actually working on it as we speak. We're just going over that the other day in the meeting. So it's going to get better over time. But like I said, it's really annoying. I get it. Use spam throttle. That coupled with our anti-spam system is a great solution. We got some stats. So there's 3,339 accounts that have been detected as spammers and have been muted or banned over the past 6 months. And we did a quick rough estimate. It's about 1 million lines of spam has been hidden. But I mean, like I said, it's a constant battle.
Yeah, I typically totally agree with that. Gold sellers, they're always trying to change what they're doing, and it's really hard for us to keep up because there's just so many different websites and stuff. But I feel like we do a typically good job of getting them banned and silenced, even though they keep coming. And I just feel like it's just such a small portion to the gameplay itself, unless you're getting spammed for an hour straight, and that's something else. But that typically does not happen.
No.
All right, to our next question. When will Frost Wolf clan in the Defilers reputations be cleared for Alliance characters? So when it comes to this is going to be happening in the next patch release 1.7 on May 5th.
Yeah. I think that.
Yeah, that is something that for the developers, which we don't have them on right now. But that's basically all we can say. We can't really tell any more information than that because people want to know other things that goes along with that. But 1.7 comes out and May 5th, and that's also when we do our databases cleanups as well, according to Shauna. So coming on to the next big question. When do you guys plan on going live with the new website and shop, and what would be included?
Ooh, I like this question. So we have a great web team, excuse me, that has been working on this website for what I feel like is forever, and our shop. And but you know what, they've done a great job. I was given access this week to sort of internal beta testing of it, and it looks phenomenal. I've been around for a while in this community, and I've seen a lot of other websites out there for private servers, and we have a lot of stuff on there that I've never seen available to players. So I can go over some of the stuff. I'm sure there's going to be questions about individuals. This is a bit of a longer question for me to answer. But so just I'll do as best as I can to explain some stuff. Some stuff I can't really go into until it's released and finalized, because we don't want to say something here that's not going to turn out to be accurate in the end. So some things that I can go through is there's so some things are going to be a little confusing just for me to explain rather than for you to see. But the whole idea of the shop that we have on this website now is, and I don't know if you've showed the pictures. You can show probably that main screen if you want.
I'll show them. We're going to be showing the pictures after you answer the question.
Okay, cool. So there's going to be tokens. They're going to be like Elysium gold is how it's going to work on the shop. And tokens can be bought and exchanged for gold through an auction house type system. You can buy gold. So say you buy 100 gold and you want to get on your character, you want to get new hair or new face or whatever, and that costs 10 gold or 5 gold for each different thing you want to change. That's how it's going to work in terms of the the Elysium gold for sort of real money to help fund the server. And by the way, that's another big point that I don't want to overlook, is that the point of this shop is to help us with server costs and maintain server stability. I know there's a history with certain stuff, but at the end of the day, right now, we haven't been taking donations for the past several months since Nighthaven launched. We've been paying out of our own pocket to keep this going while we wait for the shop. And now that we get the shop up and going, it's gonna definitely help us to keep things going, because we don't want to be paying out of pocket forever. As much as we love doing this. Anyway, so the website will have a sort of token or gold system for you to purchase certain services. So the services would be, there's stuff like, we're going to have like an XP stop token for Twinks, which would be like a soul-bound item that's on your character or in your bank, wherever it is. And if you're a 19, have a 19 Twink and you don't want to level anymore, but you want to go and you want to do the 19 bracket in Orson Gulch, then you can do that. And no matter how much quests you do or whatever, by accident, a lot of people sometimes will go over and hit 20, and then they'll freak out because they want to be a Twink. So we'll offer stuff like that. There's going to be faction transfers as well. This one's a little tricky because we do want to make sure that we don't unbalance our current, like we got about a 49 to 51% faction balance right now, which is amazing. So we don't want to offset that. But there is obviously some issues with some of the battleground queues and whatnot. I hear it from both sides all the time. But some people want to transfer over to Horde, some people want to go over to Alliance. So that's going to be an option. But we're going to also be very aware of the faction balance. We're not going to allow it to get out of control. There's going to be gender changes, cosmetics. Obviously, I said that: skin, hair, face, all that stuff. If you want to, get a mohawk. There will be some mounts available as well to be purchased. So there's in the database of our server, of WoW, there is a lot of unused, not a lot, but there are many unused mounts that just never made it into the game. So we've dug those up and we're going to be able to use them. But the mounts are going to be things that you can't get in game. So we're going to be very specific to that. Non-combat pets, like Murky and whatever those little pets are that people love. Vanity tabards, there are some in the client, just like the mounts, that were never released in the game. So they're pretty cool looking, and those will be available. We'll probably do things like guild renames, character renames. There's talk right now about the character rename thing. We'll see, because I know a lot of you have come to me and you've been concerned that you get someone doesn't have a great reputation, and all of a sudden they get to rename. Well, what's the point, right? And so we're going to make sure that that's not going to be completely possible. We're talking about it right now. Character auctions. So this is a big one. And we'll go into more detail on it, but it's going to give you the ability to pretty much buy a character from other players. So say you are leveling up to 60 with your druid, and you're in the military and you got to go into the military and you're going to be gone for 4 years. Well, right now, currently, we don't allow anybody to trade characters or share account information and whatnot. But through this system, through this auction house type deal that we're going to have on top of, or on our website in the shop, you'll have the ability to. Sorry, I'm talking too fast. You'll have the ability to actually put your character up on the auction house, and that will give them the opportunity to. And so then you can sell it. So you can sell it for these Elysium coins, and then you can use these Elysium coins for other things like whatever else is in the store. So it's going to be the only legitimate way to be able to transfer your character to other accounts. People will buy it with the coins, and then we'll be able to do it on our back end, and we'll be able to transfer the ownership. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I probably missed something in there, but it's coming out soon. I don't want to give a timeline because every time I give a timeline, I get yelled at. So it's definitely in the next, like within this month, it'll be out and done and ready to go. But I can't be specific about it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Did I miss anything?
No, but I'm gonna add on to that. So basically, people are not gonna, no matter what we do, people are not gonna like it. You know, people are gonna like it. Some people are gonna not. But you gotta understand from our point of view that we're doing what we think is best for the community and what we're gonna do to keep people happy for the most part, even if it's not the majority that is like happy with it, and then there's some that's like not. Like, we understand your concerns and all that, but things like these are asked in the daily and stuff, and we're just trying to
the biggest
comply.
thing with this shop, the biggest thing with this shop that right now, I just saw it pop up a few times. This is not going to give you gear. It's not going to make anything in game make you get any sort of advantage over someone who doesn't buy stuff. It's all cosmetic. It doesn't give loot. It doesn't give items that boost anything. It's all cosmetic stuff or account related stuff. So there's no pay to win happening here. We're very strongly against that.
Yeah, so on the stream, I'm going to be showing some previews right now of the website and shop and all that good stuff. So this first preview is what the homepage is going to be looking like. So you can log in, create an account, you got the tabs, you got the newsletter, how many players are online, and all. It's a really good design compared to what we currently have.
So there's only so much stuff that we want to show today, just simply because, like I said, things could change. So we've got, this is our main page, as Senzo just said. And then you can log in, and you'll be able to see all your characters. You'll be able to see all the options that you can work with your characters. There's some really cool, if you want to go to the next one, there's some really cool statistics in there. Let me just pop into it myself right now.
Yep, I'm going to transition to the game statistics right now. So here you can see your PvE statistics, your kills, and time played from the website through your control panel. Yeah,
there it is. So yeah, exactly. So that's just one part of the control panel. I can't show you the whole control panel because I'll get yelled at because it's not finished yet. But this is like an option, a statistics option. So you can see like who's killed, the most people on the server. There's actually an armory built into this website as well, which I think is another huge thing that we need to mention because Realm players went down recently. I think they're back up now, but we're gonna have that on our website for our characters.
Yes. So the next picture is going to be the bar on top where you can go to your control panel, your account balance, and your name. So when you see the account balance, that's exactly what we're talking about, the whole Elysium token thing. You can enter your control panel, log out. Obviously, that's Rain's name.
Yeah. I have 10,000 gold because I was testing out stuff. Because we're currently in beta testing.
Mm-hmm. So the next one is showing the statistics for PvE. So obviously Rain is on top with his GM character for testing. Yeah, so clearly I'm rich, as you guys can see. But this pretty much shows it. So all those people that are blacked out, those actual, I think actually one of them is probably mine as well. This is a GM character, by the way. I don't know why they're showing up on the list. I'm sure that'll get patched and fixed. But yeah, so this will show for whatever reason, if you're interested in knowing who has the most gold, and I'm sure there's going to be statistics on there eventually, some other cool stuff. I don't know. Did I give you the picture of the kills? The kills one? You did not.
There's a PvP one that's really neat that I think people will really like. Let me see if I can quickly grab it. Yeah. So this is going to have people that are already on our server, obviously. These are all real, live, connect to our database as we speak. I'm sure you guys are going to recognize a lot of these names. Send it to you here, Sansa.
All right.
But yeah, so the whole idea is, well, he puts that up on the stream. The whole idea is to give us, or give the players the ability to see more about the game and about the community, and connect people through this shop and through these statistics. And you can look up characters and other people. Sometimes a lot of people come to me when they're level 40 or just hitting 60. They don't really know what to gear, and realm players isn't always the best all the time. So having that ability to look up like the server's top rogue or top mage or whatever, and copy their specs, or copy their gear, or see what the best in slot is and stuff like that, I think it's gonna be really great for the whole community.
So the picture's up now. Obviously you can see that it's not completely done. Obviously you can see the numbers. You can see like 11 spelt out and not the number, and all of them have
still
6.
very beta. So yeah, that's some cool stuff. I know that the web devs have some really neat stuff on the way, but I think that's pretty much all I got to show for that right now.
Yeah, so let's go to the next question. How does the Elysium team plan on getting rid of the cheaters and botters?
Oh, one quick thing I want to just mention on the site that I just saw. The developers have put in some cool stuff, like some cool in-game stuff. So how it'll happen is, like, if you want to purchase you purchase a vanity pet, next time you log in, it'll be added to your account right away. But also, if you're stuck in the game, if sometimes you get glitched into a wall or whatever, and you have to yell for the GM, and you're stuck there until you can't get out. There's actually an unstuck feature on the website. There's a lot of really functional stuff in game on the website that I forgot to mention as well. So sorry, how does the Elysium team plan on getting rid of cheaters? Yeah. So we obviously have an anti-cheat in place. What a lot of people don't know is that the anti-cheat was recently developed. It's something that doesn't exist on any other servers, to my knowledge. It was developed by a really, really great dev on our team, and he's been working, his butt off to develop this for a long time. And it's currently great. The only thing that a lot of people don't know is that it's in a passive state. So we see every single thing that people do. So if there is someone who's cheating by speed hacking or flying through the air or whatever, a lot of those have actually already been patched, and they're not able to be done anymore. But there are still some out there, and we see that. We get a feed of all that information on a regular basis. So say you're someone who feels the need to cheat because you're bad at the game, then that's fine. That's up to you to do. But once a GM logs on, we see that list, and we see every single cheater who's currently on the server, who was on the server, and we very, very easily can just remove them then and there, especially when it's happening at the time. So, we're always refining our anti-cheat. We're not ready to put it in a state where it's going to ban people automatically yet, because, like I said, it's a brand new anti-cheat. It's really unique to the private server community, and we don't want to mistakenly ban anybody until we're absolutely 100% certain that it's only going to get the cheaters. So for now, it's in a passive state where we hunt people down. I actually get cheaters message me on Discord, and they'll say, hey, I just used whatever, and I didn't get caught. What the heck, man? Yeah, that's true. But we also do these fancy things called ban waves, where we don't ban people individually at the exact time that they're doing something. It's a lot smarter to gather a large group of these people in a database and ban them all at once, removing all that gold, removing all the items that they've farmed all at once, so they don't just hop onto a new character and do it all over again. So yeah, I got a little bit of stats here for you guys. We've banned approximately 733 hackers since Nighthaven launch, and just over 4,000 bots have been banned since Nighthaven launch. So it's a crazy amount of people out there who are trying to take advantage of the game. But to all you people who don't cheat, and to all of you who are honest and are here to play vanilla, I respect that. And that's why the GM team works so hard to keep it fair.
Most definitely. So we're going to go to our next question. This is something that we've been getting a lot from the past week. What is the Elysium team thoughts on K3, and is the team afraid that it's going to hurt the server's population?
What do you think? How do you feel about K3?
So, as the CM and GM, actually we get a lot of chatter about it in our world chat and also our general chat in Discord. People think that we're scared and stuff, but which isn't really the case. It's, we support other vanilla servers. It's not a competition or anything. We want people to enjoy the game. We're more than comfortable people going to other servers or being here. We just want a place where people can call home. If it's here, there, anywhere, it's all about the game in the end, and that's why people do the private servers, is for people can enjoy the vanilla content. So, we have plans to keep players here. That's an obvious. We're not gonna just not do anything about it. Events, content, stuff like this to keep people intrigued into the community. We're gonna do all we can to keep the players happy and not feel the need to go. But if they decide, that's them, and we're not really, scared. But we do get a little annoyed when people just keep asking about K3, like K3 this, K3 that. Like, it's a new project. Like, it's with any new project, it gets a lot of hype. After a month, the hype's gonna simmer down like any.
Yeah, I don't personally get annoyed by it. I think it's, like I said at the very beginning of the stream, I think it's great that there's new servers, popping up, and these guys are trying again to do a new fresh realm, and I think it's awesome. I think one of the biggest things that we were chatting about as a team when it came to any new server launch was that, you can't sit and be afraid of your competitors popping up all over the place. It's just going to happen, and we don't even consider these guys to be our competitors. They've always been good to us. It's more about what are we not doing, or what are we doing that are driving people away, or why are people leaving Elysium to go and try out these new fresh servers. And everyone's going to go and try it, and that's cool. And then they're going to see if it's right for them. And we just need to sort of put our own ego aside and say, look, say we lost some players to a new server launch. We got to figure out why that is, and we need to fix that, rather than just say, oh, it's a fresh server, and we just need to deal with it. So I think it's great that K3 launched. It's really good for them, and I wish them all the luck. But we're going to keep on doing what we're doing here, and we're going to keep doing it well. I mean, we've been incredibly stable, and that's really what people are looking for. So I'm not too worried about it at all.
Definitely, I agree with that. That's how we improve ourselves, and looking at ourselves and questioning what do we need to change. That is something 100% I agree with. So, on to the next question. Why should people play on Night Haven?
That's a very basic one. Lots of stuff. I mean, we have a great server infrastructure, a lot of free resources to compensate peaks. When we first launched Elysium a year and a half ago now, or almost a year and a half ago, we launched with a 20,000 player queue, 10,000 people concurrently playing on one server. So we have the capacity, the server capacity, to handle these large numbers and still run our servers with minimal latency and minimal issues. So that's a huge bonus in my book as a player. We have a lot of backups. We had an issue with backups a couple months ago, as I'm sure everybody is aware, that we will never allow to happen again. So we're doing several backups per day, so a store on several different locations. So we'll never ever see that happen again. There's a lot of people that are new and leveling up. So that sort of vanilla fun experience of leveling up all over again. You got a lot of low-level characters and all these low-level zones all, you know, grouping together and playing together, and that creates a really fun vanilla nostalgia that I think really makes it a lot of fun to play here. We haven't had any major downtime since Haven opened. We've had, you know, a few. You know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but we have had a few, crashes and issues that were causing consistent crashes for a couple hours. But our devs were on top of that pretty quickly. So especially with this Cottontail boss for Easter, he just likes to crash the server constantly. So, but you know, no major downtime, which is amazing. We're the only official server. We're the only server officially allowed to use the Nestarius data and core. Obviously, there are other servers out there who have taken it, or at least are using it. But we are the only ones that Nost gave it to, and we have the authorization to be using. So we know it best. We have those devs that have worked on it for a long time. Lots of logs. You know, I get people. I think a strong GM team is really integral to a successful server. I have a great team that I work with, and I'm really glad that we've found these people to come and volunteer here, because we get a lot of requests every single day. I think we're up to 40,000 tickets or somewhere around there right now. And we have so many logs to help fix issues when they arrive or arise. So say, you know, server crashes and people are on Major Domo, or, you know, I just got a message 20 minutes ago that Major Domo chest one didn't spawn for a raid, or they let it despawn. And like, we have logs for that stuff. And the GM team does not mind going in and sifting through that to help out the players. I think that's really important. We have some really great devs as well. We have devs that that have been in the community for years. Sitsukana, you know, he's a Spellwork dev, and we have our anti-cheat guy who is phenomenal, and a lot of really great devs on our team that are doing a lot of work. And I think the biggest thing, to be honest with you, and I'll stop with this question, is Burning Crusade. We have that in development right now, and it's looking really great. And it's coming up, and people will have the option at the end of Nighthaven, when TBC is ready to go. People will have that option to transfer over to TBC and see an actual real progression from vanilla to TBC, from level 0 to level 70. You know, like, I think that's gonna be huge for people. I'm really looking forward to it myself.
Definitely, that's something that we're gonna be talking about in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So on to the next question. What future events does the Elysium team have in mind?
You could probably take that one if you want.
All right, so events that's coming up. We're still talking about it. You know, right now we have our Easter event running right now. That's until tomorrow, April 2nd. So if you have not started the Easter event, start collecting the eggs. You know, you can get some really cool rewards, mounts, outfits, the Orb of Easter, all that good stuff. We want to get back to regular weekly or monthly PvP tournaments. Our last PvP tournament was a huge success. A lot of people really enjoyed it, and you know, the staff enjoyed running them. World PvP events have sprung up this year so much, and we just want to see those coming more this year. We're also looking at neat events that could enhance the vanilla experience, that can bring the community closer. You know, boss fights, that's like role-playing kind of. You know, it's just something that people can suggest in the community. Managers and GMs will work together on making that work and having a good experience and all. So you can definitely check out our forums and Discord when those are happening. You know, we're not going to give any time dates because we're not 100% sure on anything, but
with the PvP events, I had a lot of fun hosting that PvP tournament. What was it, 2 months ago now in STV? It was really cool. It's something we've never done before, and I would love to do that again and make it more regular. But I think it would have to adjust the time and make sure that there's some interest, because I think I had it running on a raid night or something stupid like that. I wasn't really thinking, but stuff like that we definitely want to do.
Definitely. So we're gonna go on to the next question here. Will you continue to run the server when Classic WoW comes out?
Yes, absolutely. You know, there are servers out there that are claiming that as soon as that's really unfortunate because, you know, a lot of people are out there spending a lot of time on their characters just to have it removed or deleted when they close. So we're absolutely going to be staying online. We're going to be both running vanilla and TBC at that time. And we have no intention of closing down ever, let alone when Classic WoW comes out. The whole point is to keep our community together, and we don't want to break that up.
Definitely, I agree. I don't think we're gonna go anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
So on to the next question. What's going on with TBC and when will it release?
So I can't give a name, obviously, but we've been working on TBC for a long time, and we had a great partnership with Crestfall that was helping out with TBC and vanilla development and all that stuff. And you know, at one point we were talking about, the question asks about other expansions. At one point there was discussion about a Wrath of the Lich King way down the road in progressive, you know, so it's all possible. It's something that I think I would love to see personally myself. I would love to see us start off with vanilla, move to TBC, move to Wrath of the Lich King, and then stop, because anything after that is bad. Yeah, that's definitely possible. TBC, we're hoping to have it by the end of this content finalized. But like I said, it's still a work in progress. Lots can happen in between now and then, but it's definitely happening. Absolutely.
Funny as you said that, the next question is, after the server goes to TBC, is there a chance of getting another expansion as well?
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, you know, potentially Wrath of the Lich King.
You know, that's definitely a ways to go.
Way down the road. It's just been a topic of conversation at one. There's nothing has been worked on for that. We're solely focused on maintaining Nighthaven vanilla content and solely focused on developing our TBC expansion.
On to the next question. What does the Elysium staff plan to do to fix the Alliance/Horde PvP imbalances? Maybe faction change? ?
Yeah. So the balance faction change, or the faction balance isn't huge. I know there's a PvP imbalance where people feel a lot of the time there's way more 60s PvPing in this area on Horde than, you know, there's Alliance, and so it feels like, you know, the Alliance are getting constantly outnumbered, or, you know, vice versa. I get those complaints literally for both sides all the time. It's you know, I think I pulled it up yesterday, and actually I can pull up the current balance as it is right now if you give me 2 seconds. But I mean, it's always been around 49 to 51%, with Horde being the 51. Let me see. I don't know if you want to make a comment on that while I look.
You know, I can see why people feel like that. You know, different time zones, like one faction may be on more than the other during NA prime times, or just a certain time compared to others, and so that's probably why you get them from both sides. And that's what people need to look at, is if you feel like, you know, we see both factions PvPing all day and stuff, so, you know, it's just one of those things that's like really hard to go about when there's not really a lot of statistics put into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so right now we have 2,700 people online. 1,300 of that, 1,331 is Alliance, and just about 1,300 is Horde. So that's almost 50-50. That's not 60s obviously, but the 60 balance is very, very close as well.
Yeah, definitely. So the next question is, why is account sharing not allowed?
Okay, so account sharing is not allowed, and I know a lot of people are frustrated by it. Excuse me, because they're like, hey, you know, my roommate is quitting the game and he just wants to give me his account. Why is that such a big deal? And that's not a big deal. But validating that story is hard, really, really hard for us. And it's not that I think that people are lying. It's that there are people out there who have lied to us quite a bit about that stuff. And there is no difference in our eyes from your roommate giving you his account than, you know, a botter who's somehow made it to 60, which they very rarely do, and is selling the account to you. Like we can't we can't validate that. There's some logs that we can check for IPs and, you know, some other fancy stuff, but at the end of the day, that's a lot of work. And account sharing really facilitates the account selling and buying, which is really damaging to the integrity of the community. It opens the door to real money trading, which is you know, ethically objectionable. I remember we had a GM a long time ago who had his arms up in the air because these Chinese farmers and how little they're paid, and you know, all these working conditions that these guys go through that are forced to sell these accounts and farm this gold. So that's, you know, that's crappy, but it's also our in-game economy, and it just keeps people honest. You know, one of the bigger things that we run into as GMs is we'll have people who are, you know, they're hacking their account, or they're buying gold, or they're cheating in some way, and they say, you know what, it wasn't me, it was my roommate who's playing on my account. Or, you know, it was my buddy, I let him play on my account yesterday and he did all these stupid things. Well, I can't allow that door to be opened. You know, people have to be responsible for their actions, and we have very, very limited tools to make sure that it is who it is. So right now, account sharing is not allowed for that reason, and then I think that goes across a lot of these servers. If you, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that basically covers that.
And I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast for some people. I know we have some non-native English speakers out there that I do apologize. Just try and ask the questions in chat, and I'll see if I can get back to it.
Yeah, we'll definitely be answering some questions in chat after we get all these questions done.
We're almost done, which is great.
Yep. So the next question is, when 1.7 comes out on Elysium, will it have the same problems of the original servers as in the Cursed Blood Plague? So I'll answer this one. That is a big no. You're gonna have to wait and see. You know, you never know. Something could happen, but something that big that literally like wiped out a whole bunch of people in the original servers, bugs like that are most likely 99% gonna be gone before 1.7 comes out.
But you should hop online, and if you don't know what this Cursed Blood Plague is, or I think it's Cursed Blood something else, actually. But anyways, or Blood, I don't know. Anyways, look it up on YouTube. It's hilarious. It's a bug that happened during vanilla launch, where people would do something with Hakar when Hakar came out, and then they would go back to Ironforge or wherever it is, and it would literally spread. This disease would spread to all the characters, and everyone would just die all over the world. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, with the hunter pets, for sure.
Yeah.
On to the next question. Skinning it up. Will you allow people to migrate from other servers once we're towards the end patches?
I'm not sure what this question means necessarily. I saw it in the list, and if we're talking about our older servers that are currently offline, yeah, absolutely. So once we get to the end of Nax, and you know, it's on farm, and we think it's an appropriate time, we might allow people to bring their characters from the old realms back, because they would be at the same level of patch progression. But there could be stipulations in that. You know, there could be some stuff with gold and economy and stuff like that that we don't want to mess up. So it's possible, but it's definitely down the road. And then if you're talking about other servers, because we all know that there is a server that's going to be closing once Classic comes out. I mean, if those guys want to talk to us about, you know, giving your characters a home over here, absolutely, that's something that we can definitely talk about. Like I said, you know, we're in this for the community, and I think that a lot of people would love to play their old characters again.
Definitely. You know, we get questions every day like, oh, could we get transfers and all this and that? But you know, they go, why not, why not, like other servers do it. And you just gotta understand that we're not other servers, and we're just trying to do what we think is best for the community.
And at the end of vanilla, once we do launch the Burning Crusade expansion, we will likely allow all of those older characters from our old realms like Elysium and Anathema and Zethgar to transfer to the TBC realm as well.
Yeah, that is definitely a discussion that has been talked about.
Or Darrowshire, not Zethgar. That was a long time ago.
Alright, so on to the next question. Are there any plans to help pre-made versus pre-made?
I don't really know what the person meant by this, but I'm assuming they mean the queues for pre-mades versus pugs and stuff like that. I think that we are completely open to having that discussion. I know Shenna was on really high up on her list to make sure that we look at. So if you guys want to talk about it, you guys want to make a post on forums about it and send it to us and talk about it, absolutely, we can definitely look into it. And I think we have a system that we're thinking about pre-made versus pre-made development that's in the works. But you know, do a post on the forums and link it to us, and we'll definitely chat about the team.
Yeah, Shauna has been talking about it, and it is something that we know players are concerned about, and we understand that. But you gotta understand that it's part of the game, and we have to go about it the right way, which is why it's taking a little bit longer. Nothing's gonna be instant, and nothing's gonna happen right away, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So on to the next question. Why does the NA players get such bad ping?
Well, that's very strange. So let me just log into the game. So I'm in North, and I have never gotten a bad ping, other than, you know, when people are doing some stuff on the server they shouldn't be. Right now I have 98 ms. So I don't know what that question is all about.
Yeah, that's not the worst.
Yeah, there are people who have issues with ping, and Kroggy has get Tunnel Bear and decrease your ping. I'll link it here in the chat, so you guys can use it to diagnose your connection. That's a great free app.
We also suggest you guys using Tunnel Bear. It can help you decrease your ping. The link, which I will link in chat right now for you guys.
Sanzo is on. He's on recorder. You just said exactly what I said.
Oh, I heard something else. My bad, boys.
All right.
But we may have open proxies in the future for the US and Russian and Chinese players for sure. We're definitely looking into fixing these issues so you don't have to download a third-party program. And, you know, it's just going to take time and resources, so bear with us. All right, so this is a question that's coming up that's been talked about since we announced it. What is happening to the XP changes to the Quest XP that we recently changed?
So this is really great. Most, if not all, private server databases are running with a 30% EXP buff in vanilla. That after level 30 quests, there was a 30% EXP buff. So this was not original in vanilla. This is something that our QA team actually recently discovered. So after patch 2.3, Blizzard implemented after level 30, there would be a 30% EXP buff to Quest EXP. So people were getting a lot more EXP to help them level after patch 2.3. And for some reason, the developers of all these cores for this vanilla system have had that 2.3 Quest EXP in this vanilla content. So everyone's been getting this extra 30% EXP buff after level 30, and our QA team is the first to our knowledge to recognize it and fix it, and so we announced that we're the first ones to be truly vanilla in terms of EXP.
Yes, and people are definitely concerned. It's like, oh, the grind's just going to be worse and worse, but, you know, you're playing vanilla for that vanilla content, and that's just how it is. Like, we're not times 3. You know, if you're trying to level fast, then, you know, this is not the place. This is where you're gonna get that same vanilla content, getting you ready for classic WoW, you know, getting that same nostalgic feeling of leveling, because since we have that, you know, you may be like going to classic WoW when it comes out, it's like, oh, why am I leveling so much slower? It's like, because we have that, and since now you have it now, it's definitely more vanilla like for sure. So on to the next question, which is another thing that you announced last week, was what's going on with all the gold removed in gold sellers?
Oh yeah, so gold sellers obviously all get banned. There's no ifs, ands, or buts that. You sell gold for real money on our server, and you're permanently closed. So just last week, you know, it's really funny because I have access to the database and all of our logs and everything. And every now and then, you know, I have my own duties on the team, and I have a huge team. But I have a great team that works with me. And so every now and then, I'll stumble upon someone who's, you know, selling gold, or someone will, you know, come to us and they'll say, "Look, I messed up. I bought some gold. I didn't realize it was not allowed. Can you please remove it? I'm sorry." And then I'm cool with that. I'm cool with noting their account and making sure to. The other day, I stumbled upon a gold seller, and it's amazing the process that you have to go through. It took me about 2 hours, but I ended up recovering just over 67,000 gold from several accounts. I think we banned like nine of the gold, or sorry, the gold selling level 60s, which are really the problem, right? You got to find those level 60s that are selling this. I think we banned about 9 of them, or at least added them to the ban wave. And we're about 400. So since day one, we banned 87 level 60 gold farming characters, solely used for selling gold on our servers. And we've closed 435 so laundering accounts is when someone buys gold, or someone farms gold, and they don't want to get caught, so they move it to a different character, and then that character sells it. They think that they're all sneaky and smart and sleuthy. But it's just a little bit more work for me, and I don't really mind doing it. So we've also removed just over 400,000 gold from these types of characters, these accounts, and from the purchasers. So yeah, and like I was saying, I was literally just about to go play another game. I was going to play this new Kingdom Come game, which is great, and I haven't found any time to play it. And I'm like, I'm going to play it. And then I ran into this gold seller, and I was like, dang, you know, 2 hours later, I had removed all this gold, and it was bedtime. But yeah. I don't think they can hear you. I think. Can you hear me, Kroggy?
People cannot hear me. I apologize for that.
Uh-oh.
Little technical difficulties. So I'm going to re-say all of that. So basically, when it comes to stuff like this, you simply need to make a bug report.
I don't know if they heard the question. You might want to repeat the question.
Oh, can you look into fixing Anoxia and Nefarian, or look into the fear timers for them? You know, make a bug report, and the developers and the QA team will look into it. You know, that is definitely something that will be, you know, wanting to be looked into, especially when it's in the new raid. You know, we're always testing that and fixing problems that people do report. But, you know, how is the team gonna know if you don't make the bug report? You know, you just gotta take that extra step into, you know, people are like, oh, that's a hassle, why can't you do it and stuff. It's because we don't experience it like you do as the players in the community.
Yeah, and that a lot of people message me, and I'm cool with that. But my answer is exactly the same. If you have an issue with a mechanic in the game, or you think something's not accurate or not Blizz-like, your best bet is to go to the GitHub and just submit it takes you 3 minutes to post a bug report. And that's the way that the QA team and the devs see it the quickest. Coming to me or coming to a GM, it really just delays the process.
Yeah, you know, when we get tickets like that, like maybe like 15 a day at least, from me at least, about bugs like that. It's just literally the same answers. Just make a bug report. And you know, the developers usually, like, if you go into the Elysium and look in the GitHub, you can always see developers commenting on them, saying they're fixed or we'll look into it. You know, developers are really good at letting the community know that they are doing something, and that's something that I can appraise them for, because they do such a good job on doing it.
Okay, we got 3 questions left. Let's go. Let's get through this. I want to get these new ones.
So the next one is a simple question. How do you get the streamer tag on Discord, and how do you maintain it? So if you're wanting the streamer tag, you know, you need to message a CM about it. And to maintain it, you know, you need to be streaming on the server. You need to maintain, you know, content, as in like you're not going to be streaming just like once a month or anything like that. You know, we're going to be looking to the streamer tag more and requirements and all that, but it's pretty easy going at the moment. But that is something that the CM team is going to be looking into for sure.
But yeah, if you're a streamer, just shoot a CM a message, and they'll be able to help you.
So the next question is, can we get a forum section on suggestions?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll put that in. I thought we already did, actually. I'm surprised we don't have that. I'm pretty sure we used to, and we recently rejiggered our forums, so I think maybe it might have gotten lost, but we will definitely put it in if it's not there. It's a great idea.
Definitely. So the next one is...
It's the last one, isn't it?
No, I'm doing one before it. Can we do more community event polls and other type of polls to decide stuff?
Oh, yeah, you know, we're always open to doing our best to listen to the community, because I mean, you guys are the guys who play here, right? We just sort of facilitate that. So I think that if we involve you guys more, that everyone's going to be happy at the end of the day, even though, you know, sometimes it's not the decision that you want, it is maybe what the majority wants. So yeah, I can definitely talk to the Fulzamoth, who's the CM lead, and I'll chat with him about it. I think it's a good idea as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree with this, especially as a CM point of view. We're definitely trying to figure out the best way to, you know, make decisions and ideas, and that's definitely something like suggestions. And when you make a suggestion, you can add a poll to your thing, so people can like +1 or -1 your suggestion if they agree with it, or something like that. You know, it's something that the CM team will need to look into and implementing. So the last question is, who would win in a no holds bar fight? Rain's GM character or Sanso's GM character?
Obvious, is it not, Sansa? Come on.
I mean, I'm just gonna be nice and say we knock each other out at the same time, but
okay,
you know,
yeah, sure. Well, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
And I'm just trying to be nice to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Clearly, you've never seen me flex in game.
Seen, wasn't impressed, but that's just me. You know. So those are the questions that we had pre-done. We're going to be taking questions from in chat now. So if you got questions, post them in chat, and we're going to be taking them and then answering them.
You should shoot that picture off. We just received a picture from Stormwind. One of our GMs was floating around, and there's some sort of gathering happening. I guess probably about half an hour ago now. That's a great picture.
All right, let's get it.
So let's see those questions, folks. Ask a question. Go ahead.
We cannot tell you timers.
Yes, you can call me Daddy. Absolutely. Actually, that's what I prefer. Quest log cap increased. I think that's client side, and I don't think that's something that we can do. I'm not sure though. Maybe I can ask about it.
After the Easter event ends, the eggs and cottontail will disappear. Reason why we have no webcams is because Rain doesn't have one, and or you know, we don't want people seeing our faces for obvious reasons.
I'm just far too good looking to be on a game stream, so I just don't want to make everyone feel bad.
Yeah, he's a professional.
There's a great question about neutral zones. So yeah, there is a flagging issue in some zones. I think most of them have been looked into, but and fixed. But that's definitely a thing. So if you run into that, and what it is there's PvP flagging issues in certain zones. So like Horde can attack an Alliance, but Alliance can't attack a Horde. I think it only happens in like 2 zones right now. But if you run into it, submit a bug report. Absolutely.
How tall is Sanso? I'm 5'10".
Will the AQ event happen like the original game? Yes, we will have a war effort that comes out. It will have certain stipulations that you have to achieve. I think on our last servers, I think we buffed it. We made it a little bit harder because of the change in how the game is played these days. By the way, we've added the suggestions to the forums as of right now.
When will the Easter vendor disappear? I think they're gonna do it a couple days after the event ends, just so everybody can have a chance to turn them in.
TBC and Wrath of the Lich King achievements will be implemented. As far as I know, yeah, that's part of the game. I think that's going to be a thing.
You know, we're not going to be able to implement all of them, but are they asking like in the vanilla or like when TB servers come out and stuff?
No, I think they're talking about when TBC comes, when we launch the server. When we launch,
yeah, definitely, for sure. When people get caught speed hacking, how long is the ban they're given?
So typically it's a little bit of a hard question because I don't believe that everything is black and white. It depends. So we have the ability to add a history to each player, so we know what a player has done, and it's kind of like your rap sheet. And if you've done enough things, then there's a scale of how much time you get removed for. So it depends on the situation. I have very, very little compassion for people who use cheats in the game, so most of them are permanently closed.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the GM. Some give 30 days, some are just permanent. What is Rain's favorite anime? What's your favorite anime, dude?
Ooh, I feel like if I answer this question, I'm gonna get spammed.
Yeah, tell us. Come on. I would like to know this question as well.
What's the one with the bald guy and the dots on his head and they're chasing some balls or something? That's the one I really like.
What?
Next question.
Are you talking about Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, that's what it is.
And his
that's
name's Krillin.
Is that an anime?
That is an anime, yes.
All
right, next question.
Is TBC going to be progressing the same way Vanilla did, new patch every month? Yeah, absolutely. It would be a progressive server as well, just like we did it here in Vanilla.
Horde or Alliance? Typically, I like Horde, but in Vanilla, I think Stormwind looks way better than Orgrimmar.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer that question. I love you all equally, even the ugly orcs. Have you considered adding a tool to import characters that have been exported to their servers? Yeah, Grizzly. So that's kind of the plan. Well, not the plan, but that's something that we would be open to. Like I said, there is another server out there that I'm not going to name because they don't deserve to be named. But they will be closing once Classic comes out, and we are open to allowing that, allowing those types of transfers just to keep people playing. I'm sure we're going to talk about that. Rain, were you surprised that Ally got server first BWL? Look, I was actually surprised. I'll be honest. Not because I have no faith in the Alliance, and I know how they did it. By the way, I know what they did some training, but I thought for sure that the minimal effort would get it, just because they've been so progressively ahead of the guilds on the server. But yeah, it was great to see them do that.
Can we have a rap battles IRL for in-game gold? I'm gonna say no. You can do that between your own guild. Like, oh, you want to rap battle me for some gold? Bet. But we will not have that going on here, because I can show you I cannot rap for my life. So I am not sure about Rain. Maybe he's like the best. Who knows?
Oh god, no, I'm terrible. What else we got here? Answer the ZG question. Post it again. Make sure you at me.
Why do you think orcs are ugly?
Oh, see? I say one funny, hilarious joke, and I'm getting called an orc racist now. I don't think they're ugly. They're cute. They're I love their teeth. No, so just to clarify, I've seen this pop up a few times. We are not selling gold for coins. That does not happen. You cannot buy gold, in-game gold. Does not happen. The shop will allow you to purchase tokens on the shop, which is called Elysium gold, but you cannot buy gold for money.
Yeah. What guild is the oldest guild on the server?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
Obviously, the Elysium Staff Guild. Obviously.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Because we're the best.
So a lot of people were panicked and went crazy in World Chat that the Mighty close Nighthaven once their classic is released. Is that true? Yes, you guys are doing a great job. Love you. Okay. No, we're not closing. There are servers out there that are when classic comes out, but we will not be. We will not be. In fact, we will be progressing to the Burning Crusade. Oh, there we go. Will crocodiles in ZG be immune to snare, or will mages be able to farm them? As far as I remember, mages could farm them, not only in vanilla, but also in our old servers. But I'm not 100% certain. I don't know why would they be immune to snare? Were they patched in a different server or something like that?
Alright, here's a question. Will you be able to sell the tokens for gold? So I think this question is saying, like, will people like say, yo, give me like 100 gold and I'll buy you like a token on the shop or whatever?
So as far as I understand, no. You won't be able to transfer your tokens in any way. We don't want this shop to become a moneymaker for people. We don't want it to benefit people in game in terms of being able to buy stuff. Like we don't want any of that to happen. Well, because if we allow a system to trade tokens, then that's going to be abused, and people are going to sell tokens for real money. It's not something we want to do, as far as I know.
Will certain amounts be offered in a shop? Yes, but not the ones that's already in game. Like Rain said earlier, there's amounts that never got implemented but are in the server itself that is going to be available.
Classy was day one. Oh, the guild Classy. Yeah, they were around at the very beginning. But I think I'm sure that there are a lot of still kicking from back then. Yeah. I think money-making mages are worried you'll nerf instances. Nerf. Ah, I see. You know, Red Rex, I don't wanna misspeak, or I don't wanna say something here that's not gonna be entirely accurate. But I don't think that would happen. Pretty sure. But let's wait and see when 1.7 comes out, then we'll chat about it if it happens. Is there a list of things one is able to buy for tokens? Yeah. Yeah, I listed it earlier. I'll give a quick rundown again. There are, let me see, what's the list here? There's XP stop tokens for twinks. So like a level 19 twink, you want to go to Warsong Gulch, you want to wreck face in there, but you don't want to level up to 20. The XP stop token will make sure your XP does not continue to grow. The faction transfer, there's gonna be gender changes. There's cosmetics, so like your skin, your hair, your face, your color, whatever you want. Rare mounts, there's going to be rare mounts that are in the client and in the database that were never in the games. You'll be able to buy those. Non-combat pets, there's vanity tabards, guild renames, character renames, stuff like that. Character auctions as well. So, you know, you're quitting the game, you put your character up for auction for 3,000 gold coins. By the way, Elysium coins, not in-game. I think we're gonna have to change that up. Elysium coins is what we'll say, so it's not confusing. And someone buys 3,000 gold coins and they want to buy your character, and that's the easiest way and the most legal way to transfer your to a new account.
Yeah.
This is going by really fast. Sorry, guys. Did you remember that one? Do you plan to start the AQ war effort before the AQ patch, or will we have a short EWL? The timeline is on the website. If you want to head over to elysium-project.org, and the timeline is on. I think it has war effort on it. What's up with pulling 2 mobs at once? Is that a bug? It makes. Not sure what you're referencing, Blackout. There's an aggro radius for all aggro mobs around them.
Why aren't you guys being better at getting gold sellers? Like using, I don't know what that word, to kill them.
An algorithm to kill them.
Or algorithm.
Well, Wazer, like I explained earlier, this is a free service, right? You get an account free. It's not like you got to pay $14 or $30 or whatever Blizzard is. So it's very, very easy. Oh, is my voice coming out? One sec.
All right, so I'll continue to what you're saying. You know, we're always fighting gold sellers and all that. You know, they're changing their methods, so we got to change our methods to go along with them. It's nothing instant. You know, it takes a little bit to make sure that, you know, we're doing it right and not mistaking it. Say, we don't want to mistakenly assign someone as a gold seller if they're not even gold selling. You know, it's just different ways that we have to go about, and it's a process.
Is my voice better now?
Yes, it's better.
So I'm sure you just explained it, but the only thing that I'll say is that gold sellers can create free accounts, and so it's a constant, right? It's just a constant battle. And like Sanzo just said, we don't want to ban the wrong people. So we are very, very good at it. We catch them. We have ban waves. We have lists. We have Excel sheets full of these people who are going to be banned or who need gold removed from them or whatever. So it's all there. And I actually have on the forums, which I didn't mention, there is a self-reporting option for people who have bought gold on the server. Didn't realize that it was against the rules. And I know people laugh at that, but there are people out there who legitimately did not know it's not allowed. But you can go onto the forums and you can post, say, hey, look, I'm sorry, I bought gold, please remove it. And then we do that for you, and we note the account, so we know if it ever happens again that, you know, that's gonna be a ban.
Will max level tunes be able to be sold? As in, I think this person like typed it wrong. I think it means like, is it only max level tunes be able to be sold on the shop, or will there be different level brackets?
So when you log into the website, you go to your control panel and you can see all of your characters. So you can see every single character that you have, level 20, 30, whatever, 60. Then you have the ability to sell them at any point. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm going to assume that that question is not. I'm going to assume that's a trolling question. Can you block whispers for characters up to level 20 at least, or just add some cooldown for? Yeah. So I know they're the gold spammers. We're currently adjusting the anti-spam right now. That's why a lot has been getting through lately. But we don't want to limit people to be able to chat only after level 20. I know that may work for you as a level 60, but we don't want to ruin that experience for people. We have it at a certain level right now, level 10, I think it is. But yeah.
All right. Someone asked, if I were to quit the game and sell my account through your shop, what benefit would I have if I can't convert my Elysium coins to something different than in-game services? So to that, you know, we're not trying to get people to like be able to sell their accounts for like real profit or anything. You got to understand the economy and all of that, and that would just be abused. People sell accounts, you know, for different reasons. If you're quitting and you want to give it to, because you can't account share. So if your friend wants your account, they can buy your account from you and stuff. And so you go through it the legit way. This is kind of a way to do things more legit and able to, let's say, a form of account sharing, but at the same time, it's not going to be your character anymore. So there's not going to be any account sharing necessarily.
Yeah, and just to point on that, this process of being able to sell your character through our system, through our website, through our shop, that allows you to have a legitimate transfer of the character. If you sell your character illegitimately and it shows up in our system as you know, being sold or different users using it, it gets closed immediately. So by doing it through our system, you ensure that you're not going to lose that account. That's why you should always go through the system going forward.
Yeah.
I don't know, Arnold. You have to send me that in Discord. I'll take a look at it. But people don't have teleporting abilities on the server other than GMs. How many 20-slot herb bags are on the server? I don't know. I could find. Send me a message in Discord.
You're cutting out a little bit again.
Sorry. If you buy an Epic Mount store, will it be account wide? No. As far as I know, I don't think so.
I don't.
But that's a great question.
I don't think so, because that's just not available when you buy one right now. I think it's going to be only for a character that you select for it. Will mounts from other expansions be offered to the Awesome Shot? No.
Yeah, no. It's not even in the system. It's not in the game. It's not in your client.
Yeah. Currently, the registration process is pretty bamble. You think it might help with the bots if you create it a better like system, like CAPTCHA or whatever?
Sorry, what was the question?
So he's asking if we like make an account a little bit harder for people who's botting.
We're always looking at different options that are available. Anything that you have is a suggestion. I mean, we just added the suggestion tab or the suggestions forum on our forum. So if you have an idea to combat that stuff that we haven't already tried or already have in place, absolutely just post that in there for us. We'll take a look.
What's going on within Dreams?
You tell me. In Dreams is a terrible, terrible quest. I mean, it's a fun quest. It's just a pain in the butt.
For us, for sure.
But it should be fixed now. I think it's good now.
Yeah, that I'm pretty sure. You know, we haven't really got any tickets about it. I'm pretty sure, you know, it's fixed and stuff. And if there's something a problem, make a bug report. It should be fixed. For the most part, I heard that it's basically fixed.
Yes. So Silithus, hey Janice, Silithus quests are a certain patch. I don't know what they are though. I want to say 1.8, maybe 1.7.
How did Maximum Effort get both legendary items first? Is there a GM abuser in the guild? No, they got it legit. Just a lot of grinding.
Let me go get my tinfoil hat, and then I'll answer the question. Hold on.
It's just shaped like a paper ship.
Yes, it is. Just in regards to that, just so everyone is aware, when I came back to Elysium to run the GM team, I was very specific about certain conditions of visibility. So when I spoke with Kroggy and Shenna about coming back, they gave me database access so I can see all that stuff that's happening, to make sure there's you know, we're all keeping each other honest. So and I had to learn, you know, how to do SQL queries and all that stuff. I had never done it before. So I'm on top of those types of things, especially obviously getting both legendaries. It's a little rare, but it's legit. I looked into it, just like a lot of the stuff that I look into that sometimes just piques my interest. But yeah, no, they got it fair and square.
Would you let a woman into a leading position? I mean, we have Shauna. She is in the lead team, so I don't understand that question.
Shenna, yeah, Shenna's one of our administrators, so she's female. Since he went to, oh no, I don't know what that means, Lord Wrath. You do know that a very famous Horde used the Atlas bug to check if bindings would drop or not and reset endlessly until it's dropping. So I do know about this, and I investigated this myself, and that's not the case. And I'll tell you why. So way back in vanilla, that was a bug that if you would use the Atlas Loot add-on you would as soon as the server restarted or came up, you would try and link an item from Atlas Loot, and if it once you went into the instance, if it linked, that mean it would drop inside of that instance, and that was absolutely a thing back in the day. But the developers here on Elysium, how we distribute loot through bosses is different. So you don't go into an instance and all of a sudden all the loot is available to be seen, because the loot is determined once the boss dies. So there is no way for Atlas Loot or any sort of add-on to be able to say, this boss or these items are going to drop, because they don't exist until that boss dies and the loot is created on that boss's body. But back then, for vanilla, before Blizzard patched it, the loot used to be determined upon the instance's creation, which allowed that bug to work.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting told that the Maximum Effort people had 8 teams that were grinding for the legendaries.
Grinding what?
That's all he said. Is like he had 8 teams that were grinding the legendaries.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were big. Yeah. They still are. I mean, I think they absorbed some guilds recently.
Yeah, they're definitely getting out there, but so are other guilds. You know, there are lead guilds, and everybody knows that. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of guilds out there like that aren't considered leading, but still doing good.
Can we have shared AH between? Oh, okay, you already answered that. Yeah. So Gadgetan and Booty Bay both have neutral auction houses you can trade through there. Any other questions, people?
Yeah, we're going to be answering live questions for another like 5 minutes. And then we're going to wrap that up.
Good, I need to order pizza. What do you guys think about pineapple pizza? Because I love it, and yeah, you're not gonna take that from me. I'm sorry, Eric. What did you say, buddy? Lauren, explain it to me. Okay.
Oh god. Oh god.
Will you be able to buy the updated Grandmaster rank after BWL was released, as it was in vanilla? I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know, Eric. What I'll do is I'll copy that right now. I'll copy that question, and I am going to post it and see if I can get an answer for you. There we go. We'll see if I can get an answer. Is mobs breaking sap when you pull something in the range of the sapped mob a known issue? That sounds like a combat-related issue. It sounds like the aggro radius of the secondary mob is breaking the sap because it's putting them in combat. So I haven't heard about it, but if it's happening, go to our GitHub and file a bug report. They'll fix it.
Have you considered doing double XP events / weekends to bring more players in?
Double XP events are contentious with us because we're worried that it defeats the purpose of the vanilla experience. I know there's so many people out there who just want to level and just want to power through, just want to be 60 and start raiding, and I get it. It's currently, we're talking about it. We're talking about a double EXP weekend or something like that. But right now, it's contentious for us because we don't want to give people a leg up. Like, this is vanilla. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to, build your community through questing and mob grinding with people. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's been talked about, but right now, it's not something that we're doing. Are you going to fix the balance at TBC launch? For example, the stacked crit being effed. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming you're talking about balance spec. If it was something that was fixed during TBC, then it's likely going to be fixed in our progression. We stick to all of our patches, just like Blizzard would. But I'm not sure.
Mounts and vanilla, please. No thanks. Nope. That is not going to be a thing.
Oh, this is a good question. What will happen if you try to faction change a shaman? Paladins just not be able to get faction changes. As far as I know, don't necessarily hold this could change, but as far as I know, yes, it would change to a shaman.
Yeah, nothing. That is not confirmed or anything, but no, it will definitely be explained when the shop does come out. That's definitely going to be maybe having an FAQ on questions like that on the website, so people know, like, oh, I thought I was going to be a paladin when I faction transfer over there. So people know. Toby, the gear will probably just be changed to that specific, if that is the case.
Yeah, it would be weird. So I think how the devs would do it, in my mind, they would just have templates of what gear transfers to what on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably really involved. Just meant class balance in general. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's are that were Blizz like back then. Yes, Mancrick's wife is. I'm not going to play Classic WoW. I'm sure Blizzard will add some sort of monetary thing to it. It's just not. Why would I do that? Is there a possibility to remove the not enough players and Warsong Gulch so we can play full games at the 10 to 19 bracket even when there aren't enough players? I think that's a great suggestion. I would hop into our forums and post that, and we can talk to the devs and the lead team about it.
Any changes for new PvP events? Yes, we were just talking about that in the Q&A. We're coming up with new ideas for events in the future because our last PvP event was such a huge success. So we're going to be, this is the last minute. We're going to answer questions as fast as we can, but we can't do this forever. So we're just going to answer a couple more and then we're going to wrap it up.
Will there be an option for guilds to faction change? Yes. Well, sort of. I mean, it's either going to be individual faction changes or it'll depend, because if you have a guild of 100 people, we're not going to faction change all of them and lopside the server. So individual faction changes will probably be the thing. Guild faction changes might be it'll depend. I think it's going to be all very situational. Does size matter? Yeah. Be real. Be an option. Oh, I already read that. Is my mic okay now?
It's a little cutting in and out, but
I don't know
it's just your voice activation. Can we have a looking for groups / looking for a member tab to find players for groups? You know, you can look through that stuff in World Chat, but if you're referring to the actual system in game, then no, that is not going to be implemented in vanilla.
Will faction change that raid ID CD on? Those are questions, unfortunately, I don't have the answer.
You're still cutting in and out.
I think it's Discord. I want to say it's Discord.
No, it's just
Am I still cutting it right now?
It's just your voice activation.
All right, I got it like on max right now, so. What I was saying was that it's, I don't know the answer. Yeah, you're right, it is voice activation. Don't know.
Can you please stop ignoring me and answer, please? Can you explain me the definition of grinding an item? Grinding legendary sounds new to me. Thanks. I wasn't here when they did it, so.
What was the question, sorry?
He's saying, can you please stop ignoring me and answer the question, please? Can you explain to me the definition of grinding an item? Grinding a legendary sounds new to me. Thanks.
I think all they mean is that they had several raid groups running.
Maximum Effort has multiple. They do like a lot.
Oh, there's a good question. Is there a way to make a guild bank character accessible to multiple players? So if you read our terms of use, we have a very specific understanding of what a guild bank is. You can create an account with a level 1 character. I think he's got to be level 10 because he's got to be able to send mail. So you make him level 10. He's got to stay inside of a large city. Can't have any other characters on it. And you can allow other people to access that account. That is not under the no account sharing terms. You can definitely have a guild bank account as long as you stay within that stipulation.
Can we have server-side messages to encourage post-faction to queue up for BG, especially when one has longer queues than others? We're not going to do that. The reason being is just players, when it comes to that, we can't really force people to do it. If they do it, they do it. If they don't. It's not like we can force them to. Like, they know the system is there and stuff. And we do encourage PvP, of course, but making a system message about it is not going to help.
Why are summoning stones outside the instances not working? That's news to me.
Make a bug report.
Yeah. Should be working. I don't think they have 8 groups. I know they have a lot of groups, though. Or at least 2 or 3.
Will there be a cooldown on faction change? I would assume so, yes.
Yeah. Yes, Toby, I will update that. Thank you.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. You know, thank you for all the questions and everything, but we've been streaming for an hour. You know, we don't want to keep this going on forever because obviously people are gonna have questions. If you have more questions, you can post them on the forums. You know, the CM team is really good at answering them.
I wouldn't mind doing this again, so
yeah,
I think that if we'll do another Q&A shortly, maybe a couple weeks, and then I guess just submit questions to you, Sanzo.
Yes, I'm thinking we'll do the next QA. I want to say when 1.7 comes out. I think that would be the best time to do it. No.
Mid-May, is that when it is? 17th,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes. Mid-May
Yeah, sure.
will definitely be the next Q&A. Gives us time to gather questions. You know, we're not going to wait a month, so if you ask questions on the forums, they're going to be answered. You know, there's going to be like a 2-week notice letting people know when the next Q&A will be, so look out for that. Let us know on the forums, Discord, private message me, or anything what you think about this Q&A. How did we do? Suggestions for the next Q&A. You know, this is the first time that I'm running this. You know, all the graphics were done by me. I'm running it. So if you have any suggestions for how we can run it next time, that'd be awesome. And if Rain has anything to say, you can say it before we end.
As long as my mic's working. No, I got nothing. I had a lot of fun. Make sure you guys come out and ask a lot of questions to Sanzo for the next one, because this is great. And my door is always open. You guys can always find me on Discord. Sometimes I don't answer because I'm super busy or I'm at work or whatever, but I pretty much answer every single person who messages me. So feel free to ask me questions on there if you need to. Other than that, I think that's it. That's all I got. No, our coding is as close to Blizz-like as we can make it. Same with the math. That someone also.
Rain, look at your Discord real quick before we end.
Oh, okay. Sure.
All right.
We'll go to Stormwind. Oh, we can't go to Stormwind. It's got to be somewhere neutral.
I know. Go to me.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even realize that your video was live. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, am I facing the wrong way?
I can't see you, so fix that before I turn it on.
Oh, well, you should be able to see me now.
No.
I'm right next to you.
I cannot see you.
Rip. Well, we were going to do this fancy thing where we waved at you on stream. But apparently...
Oh, I can see you now.
There we go. Hold on, you're taller than me.
Oh, you can't have that, huh?
No. There we go. All right, we're good. Why can't I think I'm lagging out here.
Nah, people just know. Yeah, we can see you. So this has been fun and all, everyone.
Oh, I'm typing the wrong command, that's why. There we go. All right, I'm bigger than you.
Look at this. Alright, I understand.
Alright, thanks guys. Had a great time. We'll see you again in a couple weeks.
Yep. And have a good day, everybody.